guys, so today is a little swatch fest video in terms of my pigments collection. I have noticed that I do have a small, not a huge collection of pigments, but I tend to not use them because of the messy factor. However, recently I've been sort of thinking to myself, like, why do I have them? Maybe I need to get rid of my pigments, maybe I need to try them out. And I went into swatching them and I was like, oh my God, why am I not using these? These are gorgeous, and it's much harder to achieve the same look with actual eyeshadows, pressed eyeshadows, than with pigments. They're bright, they're beautiful, and I just want to share with you which ones I have. I might declutter a few, but I think the great majority I'll keep because they're just so wonderful, and I had completely forgotten how much I enjoy using them. So I'll go by brand here. The first one is this Bellapiere. This is one pigment from that company. I had a few and I destashed most of them. This one I've kept because it was a pretty color, and it's called Earth. There it is. It's a very pretty pink. This one, look at this. Doesn't that just make you happy? So this one is Earth. It's a very pretty reflective pink, and I think can be gorgeous on eyes or cheeks. Another plus of pigments, easy to use anywhere you want. Next is two sex spots. They're called sex spots from the Balm. The first one is called No Money, No Honey. There it is. It's this champagne color. Here it is as a swatch. It's bright. It's super bright. These things are so bright and so fun. And the other one is gorgeous. Its work is overrated, which it is. There it is. Beautiful reflective pink toned. This to me screams highlighter, to be honest with you. It's so pretty. Then we have a couple of L'Oreal ones. These I definitely recommend. These are the only pigments from the drugstore that I am 100% behind, and they are amazing quality. So if you are a fan of pigments or want to try pigments, I think you do super well just doing these. They are so nice. The first one is these are the Infallible pigments. I've been swatching like crazy, so I have pigment all over my hands. Sorry about that. So this is 033 Tender Caramel. This is a best friend color. There it is. It completely can be a one shadow look. Very pretty. And the other one is a little bit less interesting. It's 002 Hourglass Beige. This one is just a basic champagne as well. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep all of my champagnes because I have a few that are kind of similar. But this is really good quality, very buttery, very nice, wears well on the skin as well. Then I have 4 Lise Watier pigments. The first one is absolutely like heavenly. When I put my finger in it and swatched it, I was like, I need this immediately. I need to use this right now. This is their loose pigment in the color Folie d'Opale. Here it is. It's just, I mean, it's subtle, it's sheer, but it has such a shine. It's so pretty. I think this is going to be possibly like an amazing highlighter. I'm going to try it out and I'm going to tell you more about it, but it looks so beautiful and opalescent and feminine and gorgeous. It's not as bright as some of the others, but I think the purpose of this one is that it's super reflective, but it's also kind of sheer and you can see skin through it, which is so pretty. It gives it a bit of a wet effect. Then we have Folie Blanche. It's that one here, a very bright pearl, super bright pearl. I think inner highlight would be great with this one. It's so bright. Then we have an interesting gold, Folie Blanc, white gold. Here it is. It's really interesting because it's really light, but it flashes super yellow gold. It's very cool. I think for the summer it could be really fun to wear. And then my mermaid shade right here, and it's called Folie Aqua. Here it is. It's a true bright aqua color. So pretty. Like these, I think, have pretty much superior quality to anything else I'll show you. Maybe save the Illamasqua pigments. Those are also amazing quality, but Lise Watier, they have a really great quality pigments. I was very impressed with them. Then 2 from Illamasqua. First one, both of them are super special. This one is Pure Pigment in Berber, and it's this reddish orange number. It is so bright, and in real life it's much brighter than it comes across on camera. It's kind of a little bit blinding in real life, and it's more multifaceted. It has sort of orange, gold flash and red base to it. So I don't think the camera's capturing the beauty of the pigment. Next one is super cool as well, and it's Pure Pigment in Fervent. This one is very interesting. Several brands made this color. It's like a brownie red base, but it flashes green blue. So really cool color. Also, I think very nice for a one shadow look, because it just is so multi-dimensional that it can look however you want it to look. You see how it flashes, just super interesting color combination. Basically, it looks like more than one shadow at the same time. Then I have a single pigment by Yves Rocher. I was surprised to find actually good quality pigments, and they give you quite a generous amount. This particular one is 01 Nacre Rose. It's a really pretty rose gold. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep all of my rose golds, but that one seems to be quite unique. I think champagnes maybe are not as unique, but this rose gold is pretty unique. Also can be a one shadow look on my skin tone. Then we have a few basics from MAC. Quite interesting, because I'm normally not huge on MAC pigments, and I think MAC pigments are actually inferior to some of the ones I'm talking about here, like the Balm, the L'Oreal, and the Lise Watier, as well as Illamasqua. They're all better than MAC pigments. But in MAC pigments, I have one true favorite that I wear all the time, and it's the Naked pigment. I guess I don't wear it all the time because it's completely full, but also using up a pigment is crazy, and it'll last you forever. So this is the Naked one, and this one is super subtle, super easy to wear everyday pigment. You see it doesn't have a ton of flash, but it has this satin quality to it and basically matches my skin tone, which is why it's perfect for me, but it's not going to be for everybody, and it doesn't have the crazy oomph that some of these other guys do have. Then I have a few small sized MAC pigments. This one is in Malon. It's this super cool orange flashing gold thing. It's a little bit chunky, but it does have a huge amount of flash. Could be really interesting to put on the lid. I'll play around with that. Then we have Hello Kitty Milk. This is a lavender. Again, a little bit chunkier than others, but I think I'll play around with it. I'm not sure that I'll keep it. I want a lavender, but this one's just a little bit flaky. I don't know. Then we have Universal Mix. This is kind of cool, but again, I think lacks a bit of an oomph, a bit of a cool factor. Very everyday shade. I think it's going to be easy to wear, but it's also slightly flaky. It's not as smooth as some of those other pigments. Like some of those other ones are just amazing. This is pretty decent, but I'm not sure I'm going to keep. And then we have Vintage Gold. This is the most impressively pigmented one from MAC that I have. And awkward posture, right? But it's here. It's gorgeous vintage gold, basically, this patina gold. It's such an amazing color. So I think this one would be really cool to wear as well, especially for the holidays. Maybe it's like this one is a little bit smoother. The texture of the MAC ones is a little bit more flaky and chunky than the rest of them, but I do like some of the colors, so I'll definitely keep some. But there's some destashing that's going to happen. I think this side is going to be, these two rows are going to be virtually untouched because they're just so amazing. I think decluttering is going to happen in the MAC pigments. But that's it for my pigment collection. Tell me, do you like wearing pigments? And if you do, what are your favorite pigments to wear? Do you have a specific brand? I think from what I have swatched so far and what I have worn kind of remotely, I think Lise Watier would be my pick. Their pigments are just insanely reflective, very beautiful. So that's it for today. See you guys later. Have a good day. Bye bye.